And welcome back. You know, nobody likes to find things like water in places it just doesn't belong, like crawl spaces, basements, things like that. Our next guests can help anyone get rid of those unwanted surprises. Allison Redmond, Dan Friesen, and Jeff White with Foundation Recovery Systems. Welcome to Ozarks Live. Thanks for being here. Okay, who wants to tackle the first one? Give us the elevator speech about what your business is.
All right, so that's me. So Foundation Recovery Systems, locally owned and operated. We have a team here in Springfield, Moberly, and Lee Summit, but we pretty much come in and take care of your foundations.
And I was going to say, with Moberly and Lee Summit added to Springfield, you cover a pretty wide geographic area.
The entire state of Missouri, pretty much, all the way up to our neighbors to the north. We even go down into much of North Arkansas as well.
Arkansas, Iowa, and then everything in between there. What kind of things do you do?
So the biggest things that we do is we look for structural integrity. So we install piering and basement jacks, and we also install crawl space jacks to help secure the foundation of your home. We also do waterproofing in your basement, waterproofing in your crawl spaces, and we also do poly leveling. This gives you the opportunity to level out your sidewalk, your driveway, and maybe even an extra building that you have on your property.
Really? So you can bring foundations to level, and of course, if you're doing that, a lot of times the doors stay shut, they don't creak around. I mean, your foundation really sets everything up above it kind of plumb.
Yeah, if your foundation's not right, then it's really hard to get everything else squared away. And so some homeowners often ask us, well, what should I take care of first? My roof, my siding, the remodel, or the foundation? And we always recommend get everything squared off on the first level. You know, and then everything else can be squared away.
Well, like we don't stand too well without feet, neither does a home or anything like that.
That's right.
Now, you know, when people talk, oh, I got a little leak in my basement, you figure, well, I'll plug that up and everything will be fine. And I think YouTube has done this. It's like everybody is a do-it-yourself expert. Not when it comes to this stuff, really, is it?
Oh, absolutely not. One thing especially is, would you rather us come in and fix it right the first time, or come in and fix it after you've messed it up a little bit more? Or
I've heard from more people who do you have to come in afterwards, that actually that can be more expensive as well than doing it right the first time.
So absolutely. One of the most common things that we see is where people try to use caulking or cement to seal a cove joint. And what ends up happening is where this leak was in one isolated location, it is now spread throughout other areas of the basement and now creates more issues. So instead of us fixing an area that's maybe 20 or 30 linear feet, now we're going up to 80 or 100 linear feet.
You plug a hole, it's going to find a way somewhere else.
It will find a way in, absolutely.
What is the process? You know, if I see, okay, I've got water sitting in my basement and it's never been here before, and I don't have an indoor pool, so I have to call someone. What is the process I go through with you?
It's a really pain-free process. So you give us a ring, we're going to come on out, we're going to do a full inspection of your house. We're going to ask you a couple questions to determine what your chief outcome is. A lot of people have different goals for their basement space. Sometimes it get turned into a man cave, sometimes it get turned into a nursery setting. You never really know. So we're going to help you achieve it as you want to do with your space. The inspection takes about 2 to 3 hours at most, and by the time we're done, you're going to know exactly where the problem's at, exactly how we're going to fix it, and exactly how much it's going to cost.
And I think the thing is, and we've just got a few seconds here, just because the leak is on the inside doesn't mean the problem is on the inside.
Right.
Got to go outside many times, and you can do that.
Absolutely.
People want more information. How do they get it?
So the best way to reach our team here locally in Springfield, which also would include our neighbors in North Arkansas, would be to reach out to us directly. FoundationRecoverySystems.com, or they can call 417-324-7530.
324-7530. 7530. All right. Thanks all for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, coming up, it's vacation time, and who better to get you there and make sure you have a great time than the folks from Advanced Tour and Travel. They're up next, so don't go away.